Our next problems in the review are to simplify. So we're going to combine like terms. For this problem, the x terms are like, and you watch the signs, different signs subtract, so it'll be a positive 1 on the coefficients. Keep the variable. You don't have to write the 1, could if you wanted to. And the y terms, 7 plus 1 more y will be plus 8y. That's all you can do because now they're not like terms. Problem 24 is also to simplify, so you're looking for like terms. You have to remember that x squared and x are not like terms. The exponents have to be identical. So we will combine the x squared terms. You're working only on the coefficients. Remember, the exponent only goes with the piece right beside it. The exponent of 2 has nothing to do with the negative 7. Right, so we have negative 7 plus 2, different signs subtract, sign of the larger. Keep the variable exactly like it is. Then we'll go to x terms, different signs subtract, gives us a positive 1x or just positive x minus 1. To simplify problem 25, we're going to need to distribute. We don't have any like terms on the inside. So we will distribute the negative 3. You're taking the sign with the 3. You'll have 3 multiplications. So negative 3 times 2x squared will be negative 6x squared. Negative 3 times a positive 4x will give us a negative 12x. And negative 3 times a negative 1 will give us a positive 3 with the 2 negatives. Parentheses comes off, and you're done. For problem 26, we have 2 parentheses to take care of. There's no like terms, so we will distribute the 4 to the first set of parentheses. So 4 times x is 4x. 4 times a negative 2y minus 8y. Parentheses comes off. To the next parentheses, no like terms inside, so you're going to distribute. Take your sign with you. So negative 2 times 3x gives us a negative 6x. Negative 2 times y gives a negative 2y. Parentheses comes off. And now you're going to look for like terms. So these x terms are alike. They can go together. They are different signs. So we're going to subtract sign of the larger, keep the variable. And the y terms are alike. They include the sign. They are like signs. So we're going to add and keep the sign. 1 copy of the variable. Problem 27 has nested grouping symbols. So we're going to start at the innermost set. We can't do anything inside with the y plus 1. They're not like terms, so we're going to distribute. We just go to the next piece. So only the 4 just applies to the parentheses. So 4 times y is 4y. 4 times 1 is plus 4. Parentheses comes off, but not the brackets. Most common error is dropping brackets too soon. Now, when you work in these nested symbols, you have a cycle. You do like terms distribute, like terms distribute, like terms distribute. So we just did distribute. We should have ended up with some like terms. And we did. These constants are like, so they can go together. That is not going to take your bracket off. Now we're ready to deal with the bracket. So we're going to distribute the negative 3 to the terms in the bracket. Negative 3 times 4y is a negative 12y. Negative 3 times 9, negative 27. Now the bracket comes off. Bring down your first term. And the y terms are like terms, so they can go together. 2y and minus 12y. Different signs, going to give us a minus 10y minus 27. Problem 28 also has nested grouping symbols to get rid of. So we'll go to the innermost set. We cannot do anything with the 5 minus x, so we'll need to distribute to take that off. So negative 3 times 5 gives us a negative 15. Negative 3 times negative x is a plus 3x. That takes care of the parentheses. Don't lose the bracket. Now we are inside the bracket. That was distribute, so we should have ended up with some like terms, and we did. 1x plus 3x gives us 4x inside the bracket minus 15. And now we're ready to distribute again. We'll distribute the negative 2. The terms in the bracket gives us a negative 8x. 2 negatives here will give you a positive 30. Bracket comes off. And we have like terms one more time with the x terms. So different signs there, subtract, and sign of the larger, keep your variable. So negative 4x plus 30. Mainly you just want to be really careful. Our next question is a different type of question. It asks, is negative 2 a solution of, and now we're looking at an equation. Notice we've switched over and we have an equal sign. Right. If it's a solution, it will make this true. They don't want you to actually solve on this problem. They want you just to plug the negative 2 in, like an evaluate question, and see if it makes it true or false. So we're substituting that for the x, and now we're going to see if it is true. So 2 times negative 2 gives us a negative 4 plus 8 gives us 4, and this is not equal to 2, so our answer to the question is no. It's just a yes or no question. Now we're going to switch gears a little bit and have some solve problems. The others were simplify. Now we're going to have solve. The symbol that tells you it's solve is the equals. So these are equations. That means we want to find out the answer for the x. So on this first problem, our goal is to isolate the variable. We're going to work on the side with the x. The first thing to come off is anything added or subtracted. So we want to get rid of the 6. It's added, so we're going to subtract it from both sides. I use a horizontal notation. If you use a vertical notation, that's fine. Just make sure your equals come straight down. Clean up. Negative 5x equals, different signs, subtract, sign of the larger. Now go back on this side with your x, and you're ready to divide out your coefficient. You have to divide by the sign of that coefficient. So we need to divide by a negative 5. And this will give us x equals, 5 into 25 will go 5. Only one negative, that's odd, so negative. 31 is also an equation. Notice the equals, so we're going to solve. This problem has some work we can simplify on one side. On the right-hand side, we have some like terms. If you stay on one side, you can combine any like terms. So there's nothing we can do on the left. We'll just bring that down, bring our equals down. 5n minus 1n is 4n minus 3. And now you have a standard two-step equation. You're going to work on the side with your variable. So on the side with the n, you're going to take off the 3. It's subtracted, so you're going to need to add. Bring your equals straight down. And whatever we do to one side, we do to the other side. So we added the 3 to both sides. Now we clean up. So we have 16 equals 4n. Go back on the side with the variable, and now you're ready to divide out your coefficient. So you're going to divide on both sides by 4. And 4 into 16 will go 4 times. 4 equals n. It's okay that it's backwards.